Welcome back, surf fans. You're watching the Hawaiian Pro. We are live from Haleiwa here on the gateway to the North Shore of Oahu. Chris Cote here with Ross Williams. We've got 27-minute heats all day long for your enjoyment. If you're watching from all around the world, we welcome you to the North Shore as we kick off the Van's Triple Crown of Surfing.
That release, you let those fins kind of air out for 1 or 2 seconds extra. And here we go, J.Willcox, super talent from Australia, tall, lanky, skinny kid, which is, again, going to be the body flavor for today. You know, it's light out there, it's tricky.
Hopefully you're getting a break from the action. It's been a brutal couple of days over there, and we're thinking about you all, and hopefully watching this event can give you some solace and give you some peace and quiet in the middle of a war. So hats off to all of our friends currently fighting those fires in California. We get to the action in the lineup, 24:30 to go. Chris Cote here with Ross Williams.
Take a look at it. It's going to be his last move. He's going to hold his left arm up high and kind of long. That was just cool. That was just added a little flavor there. But I think he was feeling it. I would look for Jacob to be definitely a threat in this heat.
Yeah, all four of these surfers, including this surfer on screen right here, K.Hunt, a.k.a. Long Grom. Surfer from Kauai, and fixture now over at the Welcome House. And I believe Ty Van Dyke gave him the Long Grom nickname. It sounds like a Ty Van Dyke nickname, doesn't it?
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
It does.
He nailed it. 6'4", I believe.
Sheesh.
And this is J.Willcox, surfer out of Australia. This is a power pack heat right here again.
Spoilers in the mix here. It's about 50-50, 2 seeds from the QS strictly, 2 seeds from the local ratings list there. So it really adds for a kind of cool conflict. We got there, Chris, that was B.Brand also.
Yeah, super speedy surfer. Lives over here on the North Shore of Oahu. B.Brand, another one of those guys who you would put on that list of most barreled humans on the planet. Thanks, Felky. Well, yeah, you got to take that friend hat off, even on your friend's birthday. Just took out your friend on his birthday, but hey, it's the Van's Triple Crown of Surfing. There are no friends when you put the jersey on.
That was funny. You can tell they're really close.
Speaking of surfing, you get your friends. Ross Williams is one of the stars of the new documentary that will be coming out on HBO, The Momentum Generation. A lot in there about surfing against your friends.
Yeah.
As we see B.Brand going to the air, blasting the tail out. Nice big frontside reverse. And I think that's going to be a running theme throughout this entire first round, with a lot of young Hawaiians, a lot of pro junior-esque surfers coming through the ranks. A lot of these guys have been surfing against each other for a long time. Study this lineup. Here's J.Willcox. Surf out of Margaret River, so no stranger to big open ocean waves like Haleiwa. He's been in Hawaii already for 2 weeks. Been competing here for the last, I would 5 or 10 years. He's been coming here since he was a grommet. He's still a young surfer.
But for Jacob, surfing against all that chatter, all that wind brushing up underneath your board, it's familiar for him. And so I think that goes a long ways for these guys.
On the North Shore of Oahu, there's a lot of parallels in the waves and the reef and just the overall vibe, the wildness of it. And that could, of course, be said from surfers from Kauai, like K.Hunt right there.
He's going to brush the water clean. You're going to get smooth waves, a lot easier to surf.
16:26 to go. B.Brand sneaking around on the inside. Putting things together on this, on a flat face. Not a lot of potential here score-wise. He's going to stick with it. Could have a section to work with on the inside, but kind of just fighting against that wave. Maybe more of a positional play. Ross, do you see surfers using waves to get themselves back in a proper spot where they want to be in the lineup?
To your point, yeah, he might have been a little too deep in the lineup, so he caught a small wave, get back out to the channel.
Here we go, J.Willcox. He's actually done some damage at the Rip Curl Bells event, surfing against some of the world's best on the championship tour. J.Willcox has had some success on the QS, and it's surfing like that. You see the ability, huge score, but it'd be a nice, solid way to start for J.Willcox as we see K.Hunt, a.k.a. Long Grom, on his backhand. Quick snap there. And there's the frustration coming through. You saw that he was just waiting and waiting for that wave to kind of help him out.
Yeah.
But it didn't do him any favors to that inside section. As our surfers are having a look with 13 minutes and 54 seconds to go. K.Hunt, he's going to stick to his backhand here, trying to get a roll in, get himself some speed. to be able to attack this inside section. A little late there. That wave again, just not helping him out. Didn't really give him any opportunity. It's the culmination of a year on the qualifying series. Of course, these are 2 QS 10,000 events, but this is also, I mean, the ultimate test for any surfer. You know, you have to be able to compete in waves like this, 2 to 3 feet, all the way up to 20 to 30 feet. So it truly is the biggest test any competitive surfer can face. If you want a career in surfing, if you want to be a competitive professional surfer, this is what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be facing near-death experiences on any given day over here on the North Shore. Expect to see more of that this year. Every year, the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing has something spectacular to offer. So we're just getting started here on day 1 of competition here at the Hawaiian Pro. J.Azuchi there, reacting from a little slip on that opening turn. It's been a slow heat for Joe. He's got a 3.33 and a 2.10. Right now, J.Willcox is in control, the 6.67 and a 6.17. B.Brand in second, and he needs a 3.5. So here we go. Will this be a 3.5? Nice start. A little vertical snap there. Nice coping to work with there on the little whitewater section. So K.Hunt kind of just fighting for the score there, trying to manufacture a number.
He's trying to make it happen. That was a tiny wave, but I liked it. I felt like he got into a little more of a groove there, especially with his style.
Actually helping him out there, amplifying his spray. And you know, it's not a scientific fact, but I tell you, judges do like to see spray. If throw a lot of spray, those points will improve. So a flurry of action there. We saw B.Brand real quick. J.Azuchi right now trying to finish through that inside section. So all 3 surfers in that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place getting involved there. So now the judges have something to chew on.
Loosening up the arms. And this man right here, again from West Oz, ripping Chris.
Well, he surfs a lot of Bell's Beach. Seen him with some big finishes there. Of course, he surfs his home break, Margaret River. So think a big right with a lot of current, a lot of wind. That's Haleiwa. Basically, that's the description of Haleiwa. So feeling very at home, looking very comfortable, dropping 6s at will. If you can do that, you're going to be looking strong to continue on.
You know, Jacob is, he just had better wave quality. You can see right here, this wave standing up. That's a 2nd nice major move. Yeah, I mean, if you're up against Felipe or Italo, you know, some of those big names sitting up there in a couple more rounds,
6s are doing nothing.
You're going to need some 7s and up for sure.
B.Brand now, watch out for his backhand. It can be lethal. Great start on this wave. Quick snap, reacting to the bumps and lumps coming up the face. Trying to get that big finish. Unfortunately, he goes down.
Absolutely. Well, ISA games are competitive. You know, there's a lot of talent there, so it's no joke that he got a result that big. B.Brand on his backhand. You called it. He was just trying to finish this wave off. Right here, gets one more little section, and he does. Brings the board up there.
2 out of 3 turns looking good for B.Brand. So he's got a front row seat to the laser sharp surfing of J.Azuchi. J.Azuchi has a lot of momentum right now. He was just part of the winning Japanese team, the ISA World Juniors.
But he's kind of onto something. And Azuchi right here, smooth style. Again, he really kind of holds his upper body up high, pivots around it. I like it. It's a little different from most surfers. It seems to be working for him, but...
J.Willcox with that pair of 6s, he's kind of launched himself out in the lead. B.Brand by no means safe right now. He's got a 3.5 and a 3.10, so this is becoming a battle for 2nd place. And one wave could be a huge difference. Will it be this wave for K.Hunt? Nice opening snap. This is looking like the best of the lefts that he's picked off so far. He's got about, what, 4 turns on that wave, throwing lots of spray. That offshore wind that's kind of blowing sideways, diagonally out towards that lineup.
Bad. I feel like this wave right here, under priority. I think he had last priority. He paddled back out and just snuck under everybody. And he got a lot of work done here. Long Grom did about 6-7 turns here, and again, I feel like the wave prior, he found his style. He kind of honed in a little bit, and he put together his best surfing in this heat. A lot of wind, a lot of coil. He gets a lot of power from it.
Well, speaking of coil and power, right there, those 2 words describing perfectly that last wave for B.Brand. Looked like K.Hunt was in 2nd place just for a second. B.Brand grabs it right back from him. You know, he is known around the world as an incredible tube rider, but look at this backhand display. He's ripping.
Yeah, really low to his board, low center of gravity.
Coming to Japan, and they're ready for it. They've won both ISA World Games and World Juniors. So they're really, you know, kind of setting their flag in the competitive surfing world. Started to see surfers looking towards the Olympics, switching their flags. and representing countries of either their parents' heritage or their half heritage.
Right.
So, you know, that's what's happening right now. And B.Brand now, he's got to fight to stay in this, and it's airs like that that are going to help his cause. So B.Brand heard that score from J.Azuchi coming through. He heard, you know, that Joe just dropped a 4.17 that launched him into second place, and no longer as B.Brand drops the score he needs.
Whitewash, but it was a big time move. Now let's see the finish here for Benji. There's a nice section, so he dealt with like a pretty critical section there. The judges would like that, but this is the maneuver right there. And that was very lateral, which was cool. You know, he was kind of swinging towards the harbor there.
Wilcox got into that early lead. It's been a battle for second, and that battle is heating up right now as J.Azuchi trying to answer back to B.Brand, who's now currently sitting in second. Joe needs a 6.7, so those needed scores are starting to increase as well.
Wow, this is exciting. A couple of big moves here. I'm really impressed from B.Brand. That was a smooth air reverse there to finish that little left-hander for him. So, you know, it's got him up into second place, but nice little claim there from the Japanese surfer. And he was moving places. So I wouldn't be surprised if the judges give him, you know, quite a bit of credit for that air reverse. There's the length of time. See how it took him a minute to get back in front right there, but he does. So it's a pretty big time move.
You know, the judges put a lot of weight in doing your maneuvers in the critical section of the wave. And that was a big, you know, pretty gnarly little closeout section on the inside. So to be able to launch off that end ramp, I think the judges, like you said, are going to give him a lot of credit. So we're going to kind of let them think about it for a minute. But I feel like Benji got the better of that result, and he comes through in second place. So scores stand with B.Brand coming through with J.Wilcox.